Hi, I am Krishna Kumar. Currently I am studying final year IT in Webcast Engineering College. Our project is ultraviolet radiation monitoring using IoT network. Uh,
Hello, I'm Salman, currently pursuing my BTech 80 degree in Coastlink Engineering College.
our project is ultraviolet radiation monitoring system using IoT LoRaWAN network, and our guide is Dr. G. Yogarajan, who who have success who have successfully guided for the completion of this project. And our aim of Our aim is to monitor the environment exposure to ionizing radiation and to prevent people from potential radiation hazards. The main objective of this project is to ensure people to avoid radiation prone areas, and we have proposed a low cost embedded system with LoRaWAN communication based on master slave architecture, and also we have developed a Android user application for real-time monitoring, and we are also sending notification regarding radiation and location.
Here we did the application. Here I explained the application of procedures and tools and techniques which we use in our projects. First of all, we are providing two master slave architecture for radiation monitoring with the two slaves and one master. Next, we have to measure the radiation values in the transmitters. We have to transmit the radiation values to the receiver using LoRaWAN network. After receiving the radiation in the receiver, we differentiate the transmitters by different by two characters, asterisk and star. If the radiation level reached abnormal, we will indicate through alarm, and we will send an email to the respective user. User can view the location and the radiation levels in our Android application. Tools which are used in our project is Android application, Android IDE, and we used Arduino IDE, which is used for compiling the Arduino code and the Android code respectively. LoRaWAN network is a wireless network which is used for long range communications. Our application sends email to all the user who are using the application. We can improve that by sending email to the specific user.
In our project, we are actually included an Android application. Android using Android Studio. This is a code for those application. First of all, we include the necessary all the necessary packages through the library, such as other dialog interfaces, log view, text view, toast, and etc. Next slide. And some extra libraries must include libraries. Then we have a class for a main activity. In those, we included the necessary text view string like variables. Next slide. Then we created on create and bundle. Then we are collecting the data from the user interface and through find view by ID. Collecting those values in storing in separate variables for each values, such as values like radius and value, then GP latitude longitude values. Next slide. Then we are handling a rendering. Next slide. Then we are giving a URL for our we actually created a Mango City server. Then we are providing those URL and updating the data. Next slide. And those updating data is next slide. We are included updating data in separate function and updating data through toast. We mentioned toast by displaying the radiation value. Next slide. We displaying value using the alert dialog box here. Then on click finish, we are finishing the included slide. Next. And then actually we are providing a button for view location. We are providing the details to the button like latitude and longitude. Based on the latitude and longitude, we are redirecting to the map, which is done using a map intent. For map intent, we have provided the input for latitude and longitude, which we are collected from our transmitter. Next slide.
Receiver, and the receiver is the master. Here is the transmitter code. Here first we are including the library for LCD, and then we are declaring the pins which are need to be used in LCD.
Actually, in our project, our overall workflow is we are consist of three LoRaWAN transmitter and receiver. In those, two LoRaWAN are transmitter and one LoRaWAN receiver. It's like a master slave architecture. The transmitters are slave, and then receiver is a master. The receiver is handled by the user. The user it is placed in the place where the user needs to collect data. Then other two transmitter need to be placed in the place where radiation should be monitored. Then in each transmitter there will be a UV sensor. The UV sensor should be exposed to the UV radiation where the user need to collect the data. Then the user then when while the UV sensor is exposed to UV light, the radiation is calculated. Sensor is when UV sensor calculate the data, then it transmit to the LoRaWAN. Then LoRaWAN used to transmit transmitter LoRaWAN to the receiver LoRaWAN. The receiver collects the data and display it in the LCD in the receiver space, where the user can view the radiation value. Then we are providing an app and then alert email when radiation crosses over a respective value. We are providing an alert notification mail to the user, where we given the user's mail, in your place the radiation is abnormal. We are also updating the value and the status, and then it's also updated in our app, which contains radiation value and location, with location of the each transmitter. Thank you. This is one of the transmitter. We having one LCD and then one UV sensor, LoRaWAN, which is used to transfer data from one area to another area. Then we are having a rechargeable battery. When the UV sensor is exposed to sunlight, the radiation value will be increases.
Here it is our transmit. Here it is our receiver component. It will act as a master for our component.